Kia ora folks, welcome back to Bear Essentials. Today we're doing a very simple Works burger. Unfortunately it's not a complete Works burger because I forgot to buy the bacon. So it's missing bacon, and for some of the other people out there, I was going to call you strange but I won't. Pineapple. I know a lot of places will sell pineapple on a Works burger. Personally, I like pineapple, but I don't like it on a burger or on a pizza. That's just my personal taste. Do I think it belongs on a burger? Absolutely not. But then again, if that's your thing, go for it. Who's to say it's wrong? Who's to say it's right? Anyway, what I'm doing here is I'm frying off a whole onion that I've just cut in half and sliced. Not thin, I want nice chunky bits of onion. So I want this to caramelise up nicely. So I'm just cooking it a little bit of oil and a couple of nice big knobs of butter. Buttered oil, but yummy. So give it a bit of a toss, there we go. Now, normally I would cook this outside on the barbecue, but it was like 6 degrees Celsius outside, so I decided to do it inside. As you can see right now, I'm wearing rubber gloves. That is to handle my meat. My meatballs, you know what I mean. Now, I made these earlier this morning. And put my mince into a bowl. I'm using pork mince today too because that's what I had in the fridge. I put my pork mince into a bowl, added some breadcrumbs, some herbs, some fresh oregano, bit of paprika, and I put a sliced chilli in as well, just for a little kicker. And and then I just bound it all together with one egg. Scratched it all up, made it into a nice big blob of meat, and I put it into the fridge to just sit for a couple of hours. Let the flavours that were in there just get through the meat. So now, once the onion's been cooking for a couple of minutes now, I'm just going to start shaping my patties and getting them ready to go on. I'm making two today. I'm making the Works burger one minus the bacon and the pineapple, and then I'm just making just a cheese burger type thing, hamburger with cheese, I think you'd call it these days. Now I'm going to probably change some people's attitudes here because I've been working on and off in kitchens most of my life, and some of those kitchens were takeaways, fish and chip shops. We did hamburgers, fish and chips, pizzas. Now, when you stack a burger, you start with the lettuce, and then you add the tomato, then you add the beetroot. Now, there's no tomato on my burger because I personally don't like tomato on my burgers, but any Australian and Kiwi worth their salt would know that beetroot goes on a burger. And for the Americans out there, what you just call beets, I think they are. We call them a beetroot because they are a root that grows in the ground, and they are a beet, of course. Just same thing, just different countries. So yeah, and then you put in the pan, your meat will have the onions on first. Then you would put either the bacon if you're having it, the egg, and then if you're having pineapple on top, and then you put your cheese on the top in a crisscross sort of a pattern and leave it while it's still cooking so the cheese will melt and drip down the sides of the burger and hold it all together. Simple. A lot of people won't agree with me because I know when you go to burger shops these days, it's all stacked up the other way. The meat patty and everything goes on the burger, then the salad dressing, salads go on top. 9 times out of 10, everything will half the burger will end up on your plate or in the bottom of the bag. Do it my way. I think I lost 3 bits of lettuce and that was it. So, each to their own, but that's how we've always done it. I've been doing it for 40 years and it's been working fine. Never had a problem with my burgers falling apart. So now you would have seen I added some Worcester sauce to my onions just to help them colour up. No other reason, not for flavouring or anything, just helps them to caramelise a bit quicker. You could add brown sugar if you wanted, or some beer. If you're cooking on the barbecue, you might be standing there with a stubby, so just pour a bit of beer over them. It's just to help them to brown up, that's all. Now you would have seen with me patties there, I let them cook without flattening them or doing anything on one side. Then I turn them over and flatten them out, and the reason I do that is that way they will not break up. Okay, they will hold together. Yes, it's got egg and breadcrumbs in it, but they will tend to split and fall apart. If you do it like that, let them brown on one side first. When you flatten them out, they will hold together, hold their shape. So now simply just crack an egg into the pan. I'll break the yolk in it to let it spread a bit, and later on I'll just flip the egg over just because you need it cooked, sealed enough so that it just doesn't ooze everywhere when you squash your burger down. If you want the yolk all running, go for it, because let's face it, a decent burger, when you're eating it, the juices should be running down your fingers, and you should be licking beetroot juice and burger juice off your fingers when you're done. I mean, seriously, that's a proper burger. A lot of burgers these days are very dry, you know, and it's the sauce on them that gives you that bit of moisture, but no, they should be nice and juicy, and oh yeah, that's what you need hand towels for. But anyway, yeah, so as you see, I posted another video as well. The fry pan sitting next to all that is the chilli that I made before this. I used up because I bought a massive thing of mint, so I used half of my chilli and the other half of my burgers. All I'm doing is just loosening the egg to let it cook a bit better, to move it around so it cooks on all sides. People complain about you see these ads selling all these new titanium pans and everything, and they say that cast iron and stainless steel aren't non-stick. Look at my pan, it looks fairly clean, a little bit of coloration in there. Normally you would pour some liquid in and deglaze the pan, but my egg's not sticking, it's freeing up nice and easy, so proves them wrong. All you need to do is get it to the right temperature and it will cook non-stick. If you do have a lot of, like I said, if you do have a lot of stuff on the bottom of your pan, just deglaze it. You can put some soapy dishwater in it while it's still hot, or just pour some water in it. Or, you know, if you want the extra flavour for your dish, just pour a little bit of red wine or something in, or a bit of stock, and that'll deglaze the bottom of the pan. Simple. Anyway, back to the subject of burgers. Yeah, so mine's just basically, you'll see me, I toast one side of the bun, just the inside, I don't toast the outside. You want that to stay nice and soft. So now I'm stacking onions on the burgers, on the meat patties, and then I will put the egg on top of one, and I'm so disappointed I didn't have any bacon. Normally I've always got bacon in the fridge, but anyway, so it would have really made this, but it is what it is. Can't complain, it was still a beautiful burger to eat. I absolutely loved it. Now most people serve burgers with chips, like if you go to a restaurant or something, they'll serve it with chips. To me, most burgers are that big these days, you don't need anything else with it. And I mean, look, I can eat a decent sized meal, but there's no way I would have eaten a pile of chips with this. I got through this and that was me, I was done. So like, some people put the sauce on now. I'm not saying it's wrong, but it does make the top of the burger quite slippery. So that's why I always put my cheese on. You let the cheese drip down and melt, and then once it's melted, put it on your burger bun, put your sauce on the lid, jam it down. Some people put the sauce on top of the burger, that's fine. I've always put it on the lid, so because normally you would have it ready to go, you know what I mean? So anyway, here we go, stacking her up. That's all cooked, so now your lettuce, the finer you chop it, the more you'll find that stuff will sit on it. If you just tear it and put it on, it becomes quite slippery, whereas if you slice it nice and thin like this, then your beetroot and your tomato won't slide around on it. Sorry, it's just an old kitchen trick, you know. Now this beetroot is home roasted. My partner Jules roasted it in the oven, and then we sliced it up. So it's not full of juice, but it is lovely and juicy, I can tell you. And the best way to eat beetroot is to roast it. Oh my god, it brings all the sweetness out of it, it's so beautiful. Onto this will go my meat, then onto the top of the bun, put my sauce, put it together. Now normally I wouldn't cut a burger in half, but I did cut it in half at the end just to show you what it looked like inside. But I can tell you this was absolutely delicious. I thoroughly enjoyed every bite. And my neighbour had the cheeseburger and he had not one complaint about it. So there you go. Simple, easy, didn't take long. I think prep time and cooking probably took all of about 15-20 minutes tops. This is a homemade tomato sauce I made this morning. Anybody wants a recipe, just put it in the comments and I'll tell you how I make my tomato sauce. And this one was a little bit spicy, I chucked a whole chilli in there. But yeah, and that's it. There's my burger mate. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope cleared up a couple of issues, and thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Appreciate you.